just survived Reinhardt's report. The blame cut clean, the comfort short, and something massive stood at my side. Of course, another strange thing arrived. Pyriko did not speak like men. He pushed old pictures through my head. Veyrakh stood in a field of smoke while black fire slept and judgment awoke. He was not like the Draekars I knew, not flame first, not simple, not true to any tale that made him clean. Who faced him knew what they had seen. He judged without raising his flame. He ended things without a name. Not mercy, not rage, not pride, just death looked straight in the eyes. And war came down on wings and teeth. Some coming felt the blades beneath. The hands of races scared of sky before the sickness made them dead. Pyriko had been one of those hunted through ash and broken iron. Veyrakh had found him torn and small and stood between him and them all. He saw the end in his own way. Pyriko followed from that day, not because Veyrakh had been kind, but because he had a stranger mind. They went to war with that old band that talked too much else with clever hands. The winged woman who made him freeze, and Veyrakh who did not say please. Elrin helped him hide in stone. Veyrakh made sure he slept alone, kept for someone still unknown. A hand he had not known was mine. I asked why Draekars tales forgot Lucy, who had shaked my blood. Pyriko showed a simple fact. She chose to leave no shining track. She wanted her man, the rest could burn. That was all he thought she learned. Then he showed her biting low at Veyrakh's horns to make him bow. Stop! I don't need that image. So I was left with what we knew. The Kael, the root, the altar too. The pendant and the ancient name still standing under all these flames. Elrin built what would not hold. Veyrakh judged life from the wound. Lucy kept breath inside the break. The woman gave what fear could not take. So the people who made me were all broken in different ways. That sounded right, that sounded bad. It fit the mess of blood I had. No sane group makes a life like mine and calls it hope in borrowed time. One gave repair, one gave a test, one forced life back into my chest. One left a spark that would not kneel, a thing I still did not know how to feel. She wanted choice, I heard that part. It struck too close and missed the mark. What choice? I tried to stop the black, and I failed. I tried to stop the white, and I failed. So do I really have a choice? Or did I let fear decide in my place? That confluence, a black broke through. A Draekars I followed too. Both times I reached, both times it ran. Both times I was less than my hand. If she is somewhere in my flame, if she still knows my hidden name, then I need to reach the voice again and ask what choice was left in pain. crushing there. I almost laughed, nary a smile. The hurt stayed near, but walked a while. She wished me answers I could keep. I said I'd tell her when we'd meet. Not if when I held that line, then let her hand slip out of mine. So the mother relaxing toward the trees, where Vaelwyn waited cold and green. So long, not as a home, not as a throne, a closed door built from blood and stone. They could name me wrong again. They could call me made, not born.